Hello, Internet. It's the news again with Hajira Asaf Khan, a show where the news is always terrible. The United States is gearing up for international embarrassment as two of the most unfit candidates for the Oval Office go head-to-head in the first presidential debate. And Julian Assange is finally free and back home after being persecuted for doing his literal job. Literally, the man was minding his own business. And while the Secretary General of the UN is mad at everyone for not taking climate targets seriously, the absurdity of the politics in the Korean Peninsula continue to commit to the absurd, as the North's trash exports to the South disrupt life. North's trash export to the South is also a literalization of the development world's penchant for dumping its raddi on the Southern Hemisphere. Going into more details, Julian Assange has finally landed in his home country of Australia, being reunited with his family. After years of isolation and detention and being an international absconder, depending on which side of the WikiLeaks saga you fall. To summarize what happened, Assange got a hold of some very secret documents revealing some very shady information about the intentions of powerful democracies against the rest of the world. The list includes, but is not limited to, facts about the invasion of Iraq, multiple regime changes orchestrated by masters of regime change, and even allusions to the government spying on its own people. And naturally, sharing these secrets made some very powerful folks very unhappy. They said Assange's leaks could put people in danger and that he broke the law. So they tried to punish him to make sure nobody else would dare to do the same thing, where the same thing is equal to doing your job honestly. But there's very little appetite for that in the world's most powerful democracy. If you have any doubts about this, just go have a look at the latest round of the presidential debate leading up to the elections. Two of the most likely candidates for the top office are also the two least able people to carry out the job honestly. And since we're on the topic of the presidential debate, the two competitors have faced serious criticism for the way they handled their appeals to their electorate. But I feel like one of the most important sides has gone underappreciated. Here's a clip of Biden responding to Trump's critique over Roe v. Wade in the US.
Which that can happen. But we are not for late-term abortion, period.
All right, first of all, women's bodies. Why are they the subject of debate for two old men who are vying for what was once the most powerful office in the world? And even more importantly, and I'm looking at you, Biden, 3 periods make up ellipses. It's not the intelligent mic drop moment that you might have thought it to be. It means there is more information coming after. It does not mean the end of a sentence. But coming back to Assange and trying to be honest with your job, he pled guilty in the court because there's no shame in speaking truth to power. And additionally, it has been long enough that the court could determine that Assange's actions actually did not cause any direct harm or indirect harm to any person whatsoever. And that's more than we can say about the actions of the states he exposed in his WikiLeaks. That's it for now. Tune in next week to see what's making the news again.